But if he was ever going to rebuild his reputation and himself, he had to start somewhere. The next few days were some of the hardest of Toby's life. Everywhere he went, people whispered about him. Some laughed, others just shook their heads. He had gone from being admired to being a lesson. Don't be like Toby. At home, things weren't any easier. Amika still hadn't fully forgiven him, and his father barely spoke a word to him. The disappointment in their eyes hurt more than anything. But Toby knew one thing. He couldn't keep running. He had messed up, but he still had a chance to prove that he was more than his lies. The first step was finding himself again. Instead of borrowing clothes or trying to impress people, he started focusing on school. He sat in the front row during lessons, participated in discussions, and even asked for extra assignments. Slowly, teachers began to notice. One afternoon, his literature teacher, Mr. Adebayo, pulled him aside. "Toby, I see you're putting in more effort these days." Toby nodded. "I just want to do better, sir." Mr. Adebayo smiled. "Good, because intelligence and hard work will take you places that fake riches never will." Toby held on to those words. Maybe he couldn't erase his past, but he could build a better future. 1 week later, a notice appeared on the school board. A national essay competition was being organized, and the winner would receive a scholarship. Toby's heart raced as he read the details. This could be his chance to change his story. That evening, he rushed home and told Emika. "I'm entering the competition," he said firmly. Amika raised an eyebrow. "Are you serious?" Toby nodded. "I want to prove that I'm more than a guy who borrowed clothes. I want to do something real." Amika studied him for a moment, then smiled. "Well then, let's get to work." For the first time in a long while, Toby felt hope. He wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore. He was doing this for himself. And this time, there were no lies. Toby sat at his small wooden desk, staring at the blank page in front of him. The essay competition topic was True Wealth, What It Really Means. The irony wasn't lost on him. Just weeks ago, he had believed wealth was about expensive clothes, luxury cars, and status. Now he knew better. With a deep breath, he began writing. He wrote about his parents, his hard-working father, who spent long hours fixing cars, and his mother, who never stopped encouraging him. He wrote about Amika, who had always told him that character was more important than appearance. He even wrote about Amina, and how his foolish attempt to impress her had taught him the most painful but valuable lesson of his life. True wealth isn't about money, it's about who you are when everything else is stripped away.